For years, I've always been the guy handing other people wrenches, but now it's my turn to do it. I'm no professional mechanic, so if you're looking for advice, this isn't the place. I'm just a dad with a passion for cars that decided to start turning wrenches on my own cars. It may not be informative, but it's definitely going to be amusing. And you're going to watch me do things that I'm definitely not qualified to do. But hey, you got to start somewhere. And eventually, you'll watch me even restore my first car, my 1982 Chevy Scottsdale. So sit back and enjoy the show. This is In Over My Head with Brickrod Garage.
On this episode of In Over My Head with Brickrod Garage, we got to get the van's AC recharged because not only is it St. Paddy's Day weekend, but the NCAA tournaments are here in Charlotte. I'm not sure if that's what they're actually called because I'm not really a sports guy, but I do drive for a ride share place, so there's nothing worse than a cranky customer that's hot and drunk. So I want to make sure these vents are cranking out ice cold air, and plus we've got some family trips coming up next month or so. So I want to make sure that that little one stays cold, because if she does not stay cold, she gets a little sick, huh, Panda? So we're gonna run into the parts store and get the stuff we need, and then we're gonna attempt to do this. Never done this before. I've seen it done. I've seen the commercials. It's so easy. Well, guys, we're going to find out how easy it is. See you guys in a minute.
Bye.
All right, we just got out of the auto parts store, and I got this AC Pro kit. The guy at the auto parts store said it is pretty straightforward. He's never used it, which is kind of reassuring, but he said this is what everybody recommends, so it was like 50 bucks. So hopefully this works, because air conditions can be pretty expensive, so yeah. We'll go home, read the instructions, which are pretty straightforward. You just find the pressure port, and you test it, then you charge it, and it says it takes 10 minutes. So we'll see. All right, guys, be back with you in a minute. All right, guys, I've read the handy dandy instructions here. It's got a 5-step process. Doing this one hand's really fun. So it says to locate the cap. So you come in here. So guys, never done this before, so you're on the adventure with me. Come in here, and here's the cap right here. This little black cap. I'm gonna remove that. And if this is not the cap, at this point the mechanic's going, "Don't do it, you're gonna die." But I looked, and this seems to be able to fit there. So we did that. Now I have to go read the directions again. All right, find that, then turn the engine onto AC. So let's go in the van, make sure everything is removed. Important note to self, make sure everything's removed from belts, or else obviously bad things will happen. All right, so we're gonna go into the van here, to the handy dandy Honda. All right, we're gonna go in here. I'm going to start the van. Starting the van. Now it says turn AC on. So, flip. All right, we're going to turn the AC on. That button, AC. It says to turn it on as cold as it can go. So we're synced up. That's on. That's on. Put it on as high as it'll go. So we're gonna do that, and let's go back outside. All right, I've got everything attached. So it says to shake well, which I've already shook well. And then it says to squeeze and let up every 10 to 15 seconds. And squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, wow, that's really easy. Let's do one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Do one more time. 5, 6, 7. I know you guys are like, you're really counting right now. Well, it says to count, and I don't want to do this wrong because AC is important. Alright, it's super easy. So guys, I've never done this before. This is really easy, and AC can be really, really expensive. So, whoops, too far. All right, I'm gonna turn this off and see how it feels inside. Let's take a look inside the van. All right, get in a few minutes, and it's definitely feels better. but it is not Arctic though. So maybe the system just needs to run through. I don't know, because supposedly it's supposed to be like instant. I've got it on low. I've got everything doing it's supposed to do. It just doesn't feel like it is cooling down enough. So I'm gonna play with it. Hopefully it just needs to run through the system. I don't know. I said, I've never done this before. And I even replugged it back in. It said it's got a full charge on the system, so hopefully the compressor's not going out, because I really don't want to try to replace that. All right, guys, it's been about a month since I tried to fix the AC, and after looking online, I found out it might not have been the Freon being low at all. It might be a fuse right here. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what we got to pull, and then we're gonna do it and see if it hopefully works, because we're leaving for Florida tomorrow, and it's the end of April. It's a little warm in April, or in Florida. It's already getting warm here in North Carolina, so let's take a look. All right, so I've already got this loosened, and I wish I would have looked at some videos online before, because apparently these fuses, or this 75 fuse right here, is notorious for going out in Hondas. So what they suggested was, instead of going out and buying one at first, you take this fuse and put it in here, and if it works, when you turn the AC back on, obviously you switch this back. The important thing is, I'm glad I watched a couple videos, because this fuse is actually for one of your auxiliary fans in here, in there, and that'd be really bad not to put this one back, because then your car could overheat. So we're gonna pull this out with some pliers, and then we're gonna go inside the van and see if we can get it to go. So let's grab the pliers and pull that out, set that there, and then that one out, and slide that one in here. Let's see how this goes in there. Just like that. Now I'm hoping this should fix it. Let's go in the van and find out. All right, we switched the fuse, so I'm gonna turn the van on, and we're gonna hit AC. We're gonna freeze this out here for a minute, buddy. Put on low, and let's put on the right mode so we can actually feel it. Still feeling a little warm, so, but I noticed the RPMs are not going up, so give it a minute here, because there is one more fuse I might have to check. So I'll get back to you guys in just a second. We're gonna let this cool down, and then we'll find out. All right, it said take your tweezers, and this 0.75 fuse right here, which I'm hoping is blown, and it does not look like it's blown. So I'm not sure what's going on with the AC. So we might just not have AC for Florida. Guess we replacing a compressor later. Great. All right, guys, the never-ending battle of the AC in the van. So I've done all the stuff I know how to do. I've checked the fuses. I charged the Freon. And I was talking to a mechanic friend of mine. I'm like, look, I'm pretty sure it's a compressor. And he's like, yeah, it sounds like it is, but it's a Honda. So what you should do to make sure it's nothing electrical, because the last Odyssey I had electrical problems and we had to get rid of it. So he said you should take it to a dealership and let them do a diagnostic, if I can talk, and see what the problem is. So I didn't want to take it to a Honda dealership just because they can be really expensive. So I took it back to the dealership that I bought it from, K-Town. You can see right there, K-Town, a little bit in the background. I'm here now because my wife took it in, we let them know what's going on. I'm like, look, we just want a diagnosis. And they gave me a price to fix the compressor. That it's expensive, but the price they gave me, I'm like, I really can't justify doing it myself. I even talked to my mechanic friend. He's like, for that price, no. And if you guys are in the Kannapolis area looking for a vehicle, I highly suggest K-Town cars. They are amazing, and they took care of us. So, yeah. So I'm going to drop this off, and in a couple hours, we'll have ice cold air in Masha, the minivan again, which is important because we're going on another road trip, and I am not doing that again. So, see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, the never-ending battle of getting the AC fixed in Masha, the minivan is finally over. And I am so happy to say that K-Town did a killer job. The compressor works. They replaced the cabin air filter. We took it to Ohio a couple weeks ago, and It was a great car ride. Nobody got sick this time, so that was awesome. Like I said at the beginning of this video, guys, I'm not a professional, so know when to get help. That's what I had to do. I had to get help because I knew that I was in over my head. But that's the whole premise of this thing, is getting out there and trying to see how far you can push yourself. So know when to get help, guys. Especially when it's your wife's car. If it's your car, it's on you. But if it's your wife's car, make sure you get help when you need to. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Episode 2 will be coming eventually. I got to get started on my next car, which is replacing a head gasket, which I've never done. So stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later.